Hello students, hope you are doing well. This is my third lecture and today we'll discuss fund flow statement. As you can see, it means fund flow statement. So it means statement of fund. Now what is this fund? Fund means asset. Now why this fund flow statement is prepared? That is the big question. And what is the usefulness to prepare this statement? Now, as we all know that fund flow statement mainly measures the financial position of a company. Actually, fund flow statement is prepared mainly for corporates, and it is prepared between two balance sheet dates. Actually, there will be two balance sheets and fund flow statement will be prepared comparing these two balance sheet. The motto is to measure the movement of fund. Now what is this fund? Fund means, as I have told, asset, and it can be increasing asset or decreasing asset. Increasing asset means purchase of asset and decreasing asset means say payment of liability. In that case also the fund will decrease. Now before starting this fund flow statement, I will assume that you have a basic understanding of corporate account. Still, to reiterate some point, we need to focus on the term called equity share capital. Equity share capital, what is equity share capital? You know that company issues share and that share is called equity share capital. The equity means ownership, means the holder of equity shareholder, the holder of equity shareholder, the holder of equity share will have ownership in the company. Means if the holder holds more than 51% share in the company, it will have a controlling stake in the board of director. Now another thing is that the holder of equity share will get profit, a portion of profit, and that profit is received in the form of dividend. What is dividend? Dividend is a return given to the shareholder, and that return is given as an appropriation of profit. Mind it is not a charge against profit but an appropriation of profit. Charge against profit means those expenses which are charged to profit, which are mandatory for the company to provide for in the financial statement. But appropriation of profit means we are appropriating the profit, and it is not mandatory to pay dividend to equity shareholder. The company can pay dividend to equity shareholder only if the company has sufficient profit and it has provided for depreciation and other losses and make provision sufficiently. Anyway, after that the term comes preference shareholder. Now preference shareholder means the same thing like equity shareholder, but the main distinction is that preference shareholder will have a voting doesn't have a voting right, and preference shareholder will get a fixed portion of dividend. Say, as we can see, 6% preference shareholder capital, 8% preference share capital. In that case, the preference shareholder will get a fixed percentage of dividend in the form of say 6%, 10%, 8%, and that dividend is normally calculated on the nominal value. Nominal value means the face value that is given with the preference share. Say the nominal value normally comes between rupees 10 or rupees 100. And preference shareholder, as I mentioned, doesn't have any voting right. They simply get the dividend, and they get the dividend before the equity shareholder. Next comes debenture holder or debenture. Debenture, as we know, is written in the form of 6% debenture, 8% debenture. Now what is this debenture? Debenture is basically a loan instrument. It is issued by company to raise money from the public, and the debenture holder will get a fixed percentage of this interest, irrespective of whether the company has made any profit or not. So the payment of this interest is secured, and at the end of the tenure the debenture holder will get back the amount, and that is called redemption of debenture. Means the company will pay the amount that is due to the debenture holder, and that term is called redemption of debenture. In a case of preference shareholder also, The preference shareholder at the end of the tenure, if it is redeemable, will get the amount of preference share amount, and that term is called redeemable preference share capital, or that preference share capital is called redeemable preference share capital, and the holder is called redeemable preference share holder. But it may be irredeemable also. In case of irredeemable, the preference shareholder doesn't get any amount and the amount remain with the company. Anyway, as I have mentioned, debenture holder mainly gets the interest, and this interest is fixed at 6%, 8%, and it is called charge against profit, and it is deducted from the profit. Now, another important terms are called proposed dividend, interim dividend, and provision for tax. Now, what is proposed dividend? If the company director, board of director in the general meeting propose a dividend, that is called proposed dividend, and it becomes final dividend when it is approved by the shareholder. Similarly, interim dividend is called, it means that when it is between two annual general meeting, when it is proposed between two annual general meeting. And another thing is called provision for tax. Provision for tax means we are providing for tax, means how much tax we need to pay. For this we are making a provision. Now, proposed dividend and provision for tax, this can be treated in two different ways. First, they can be treated as current liability, and they will be treated like normal current liability, and in other case we need to prepare a separate account for them, and we need to incorporate all the adjustment therein. Now, back to this fund flow statement. Fund flow statement comprises of three steps. First step is to prepare the statement showing changes in working capital. Again, I am repeating, it is called statement showing changes in working capital. Working capital, we know the capital that is required to run the day-to-day business of the company. Now, how it is calculated? It is calculated by making the summation of current asset, and from current asset we will deduct the current liability. As you can see the format, we are making the summation of current asset, and from that we are deducting the current liability. Actually, there are 2 years, year 1 and year 2. Year 1 means the base year, and year 2 means the next year. Two balance sheets will be given, and we need to prepare the summation of current asset of both the year and take this summation, and from this summation we need to deduct the current liabilities, and the resultant figure will be the working capital. Now, this working capital we have for 2 years, so we need to compare this working capital from the base year to the next year. Say if the working capital in year 1 is 70,000 and year 2 it is 80,000, means it has increased, so it will be termed as increase in working capital. And similarly, say in year 1 if it is 60,000 and year 2 it becomes 50,000, so it means the working capital has decreased, so in that case it will be termed as decrease in working capital. Now, how this will come in fund flow statement, that we will discuss later on. So first step will be to prepare the statement showing changes in working capital. So we need to prepare the summation of current asset for both the year. From that we need to deduct the current liability, and we will have the working capital, and we need to measure whether the working capital has increased or decreased with relevance to the base year. Next comes calculation of fund from operation. Now, how to compute this fund from operation? We will take the net profit as given in the PL account, and with this we need to add expenses which are not relating to business and which are not paid in cash. Again, I am repeating, expenses which are not relating to business and not paid in cash. As you can see that we are adding depreciation, then amortization of fictitious or intangible item, because these are not paid in cash, that's why we are adding. Similarly, loss on sale of asset. Then all types of transfer to reserve will be added. All type of provision will be added. All type of dividend should be added. And with that we need to deduct all non-operating income, means income which are not related to business and not received in cash. Under this we will have profit on sale of fixed asset, then comes dividend received and any other non-operating income. So finally we will have fund from operation. Now this fund from operation may be in positive figure or in negative figure. Now how this will deal in if it is positive figure or if it is negative figure, that will come later on. Now we will start with the fund flow statement. Now you can see this is the fund flow statement. Left hand side is source and right hand side is application. Under source, first we have issue of share. Share means issue of equity share. So we will take this share after adjusting premium or discount on issue of share. In case of share premium means we are enhancing the value of share, and in that case the premium need to be added and discount need to be deducted from the value of issue of share. Then comes issue of debenture. Here also the same logic will hold, that is the premium need to be added and discount need to be deducted. Then comes sale of fixed asset or investment. Then comes loans, and then comes fund from operation. Now what fund from operation will come here? Here if the fund from operation is positive, it will come under source side. Only if the fund from operation, if it is positive, it will come under the source side. Next come decrease in working capital. I have shown you how to compute the working capital and how to find that whether it is increasing or decreasing. So if it is a decrease in working capital, it will come under source. Then comes application. Under application we will have purchase of fixed asset, redemption of preference share or debenture. That I have already explained. One thing need to be mentioned, that in case of premium it has to be added and in case of discount it has to be deducted. Then comes any repayment of loan, payment of dividend, payment of tax, payment of hire purchase, installment, and then comes fund from operation. Trading loss means the fund from operation. What fund from operation? The fund from operation which has negative value. Means if the fund from operation is positive, it will come under source, and if the fund from operation is negative, it will come under application. And then we have increase in working capital. If there is a working capital increases with respect to the base year, it will come under the application side. Now how to deal with few accounts. First, proposed dividend. Proposed dividend opening balance will be credited, and closing balance, opening balance we will write like by balance BD, and closing balance to balance CD. Actually there are various logic, but for your simple understanding, if nothing is mentioned by balance BD, we will assume that it is paid during this year. So it will be to bank. Again I am repeating, if nothing is mentioned by balance BD means it will be paid in this year, and we will write to bank, and to balance CD means we need to provide for this year, and it will write to by PL account. Means by PL account means it need to be added with the profit while calculating fund from operation. And bank means it will come under the application side of fund flow statement. Next comes your preference share capital. Preference share capital will have balance BD, and if there is a redemption it will come to bank, and we will have the resultant figure. Similarly for equity share capital also we will have by balance BD, and if there is a fresh issue of equity share, what will be the entry? Bank account debit to equity share capital, so we need to write by bank. Then comes general reserve. General reserve will simply write down the balances by balance BD and balance CD, and if there is a mismatch, the difference will go to PL account, means it will be transferred to PL account like by PL account, and it will be added while computing fund from operation. And I have already mentioned how to deal with proposed dividend. Similar treatment will be for provision for taxation. Means you simply omit the name proposed dividend and assume that it is provision for taxation. So you will have two balance, by balance BD and two balance CD. Opening balance will be paid, means it will come like to bank, and closing balance will be provided in the PL account and it will be entered like by PL account. Means bank account to bank means it has to be paid and it will come under the application side of fund flow statement, and by PL means it has to be added to it has to be added with net profit to compute the fund from operation. Next comes this plant. Now how to prepare this plant account? We have balances to balance BD and to balance CD. If there is a sale, we will write by bank account, and if there is a profit and loss, we will transfer the loss to PL, and also for profit we will transfer the loss to PL, and we will also provide the depreciation. In this case we have written the depreciation as by PL, means it means the depreciation, and if there is a missing figure it will come either as a purchase or sale in the form of to bank or by bank. Similar treatment will be there in case of land and building also. Now I need to reiterate another important point, means if the asset is at cost, then how to deal with this thing. Now as you can see, if the asset is at cost, means it is not in WDV or net block, so in that case we need to prepare three account called fixed asset account, provision for depreciation account, and asset disposal account. First, how to prepare this fixed asset? Fixed asset may be any item like plant and machinery, land and building, anything. So opening balance will be to balance BD and closing balance will be by balance CD. Now the asset which is sold will be transferred to asset disposal account at cost. It will be transferred to asset disposal account at cost. Similarly, we need to prepare an asset disposal account and we need to incorporate the transfer entry for fixed asset. Then we need to prepare a provision for depreciation account and we need to write the opening and closing balances by balance BD and to balance CD, and the asset which is sold, that amount of depreciation will be transferred to asset disposal. Say the asset that is sold is cost is 10,000 and asset and depreciation till date is 8,000. So the depreciation to be transferred to asset disposal from provision for depreciation will be 8,000. So we need to incorporate this provision for depreciation under asset disposal, and then we under asset disposal we need to incorporate the sale entry, that is the sale price that we will receive. So it will be by bank account, and finally we can see whether there is a profit or loss. If there is a profit it will be by PL, and if there is a loss it will be to PL. So this is all about fund flow statement. I hope that this will serve your purpose. In my next class I will start with how to solve the problem on fund flow statement. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.